well, the numbers say he's 50-50. The numbers say this. Then you go, no, what's the guy ultimately mean to the team? And you look at Lindor, what he means to the team because he plays every day. You cannot discredit the guys that play 162, dude. It is so hard.
And I'm in love with the good life. Can't give it up. Make it to the top. Keep climbing. I wanna live it up. The good life. I'm coming up. I'm coming up. The good life. Good life. Oh, good life. Good life. Good life. Hey.
Boom, coming in hot, Chinchy. What's going on, man? How's it going? How was your Labor Day weekend?
Dude, Labor Day weekend was great. We had a couple special guests. It was Maya's
Saw that.
birthday party. Mr. and Mrs. Met in my backyard, dude.
Dude, how'd you pull that off? Did you win? Did Jess pull it off, or did you have like contest or something?
Jess works for the best. Full disclosure. But dude, the funniest thing, there was like, those jumper vans, those big white or black like Mercedes vans.
Yeah.
They gotta get set up so they pull up. So my entire neighborhood, there's this like shady jumper van, right? And then Mr. and Mrs. Met just start walking down the street. I can only imagine what my neighbors think of me and Jess. They already probably think we're crazy because we don't talk to anybody. We just gotta stay in our own lane.
I know the one neighbor was like probably about to call the cops.
Oh yeah, we got one neighbor that's we're like the Clampets and the whatever. Dude, you're on the run today for a good cause,
dude. I'm heading to the garden. I'm heading to about to get on a flight, head and pick up my daughter Carly and her friend, and Sarah and I were going to Pearl Jam tonight at the Garden, dude. Let's get it.
Holy moly. I guess
it's going to be awesome.
My invitation must have flown off my doorstep. No.
Next time.
Great. Oh my God. Carly must be the most popular girl already for this, right?
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be her first Pearl Jam show. It was so funny. It's so funny over the years. You know what I mean? They went to a sound check. Never forget, 2013 Pearl Jam opened in Pittsburgh, and Ed was like, come out to the sound check. So I went to the sound check. Had all the kids, and the kids were little then, so they're like, this is too loud. And meanwhile, I'm like, we're the only people in the stadium. Pearl Jam's playing basically the concert, and my kids are like, this is too loud. I literally wanted to kill them. So they've never really, so Carly's never seen Pearl Jam, so this will be her first time. Andrew saw Ed this offseason when he was solo in Seattle. And so now I just got to get Jillian and Jake there. So yeah, I'm trying to get all the kids, but I'm excited, dude. There's nothing. And Chinch. There's nothing like getting the kids and Chinch to a Pearl Jam concert. But dude, there's nothing like the Garden, bro. Madison Square Garden for Pearl Jam or any concert is phenomenal.
Absolutely. All right. Well, have fun with that, dude. There's a lot to talk about. Let's start. You know what? We're going to start with the team who just the race is amazing, dude. The Metsies. Yeah. You got to beat the team that's in front of you. You don't make the schedule as the team, and they whooped up on the White Sox, and they are now breathing on the Braves for that wild card spot.
They are literally that like hot breath in the morning where you're like, your wife's on, your Jess is on, you're like, whoa. That's like, you're like the Mets on the Braves right now. You know what I mean? Dude, it's incredible. Dude, they're half game out. And you know what? Obviously we love Carlos Mendoza, friend of the show, friend of ours, but to watch them climb, how they've been just kind of grinding, climbing, all this whole time. And dudes, look at Luis Severino. Where would they be without Luis Severino? I mean, had a terrible year last year with the Yankees, comes in this year. Him, Manaea, and Peterson have really been mainstays in that rotation, and he delivered again last night. And what can you say about Francisco Lindor, dude? I mean, interesting take. I'd like to hear your take too. About what you think about him being MVP. Because, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, you look where the Mets are. If the Mets make the postseason, you really have to start analyzing this race. I know Ohtani might be 50-50, but at the end of the day, Lindor plays a premium position. He's, hitting he has an 833 OPS, but that's beside the point. What's really is big is this guy hit like a 104 in April. He was one of the worst players in the game. So since April, he has to be one of the best players in baseball.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, a great take by our buddy Buck Showalter with him. He was with Amsinger, I think, before the game, before some game the other day, and it's kind of popping off because Buck was asked by Greg, who's your MVP in NL? And he goes, it's Lindor, no question, he says. Now, Buck's old school is a little different, but he made a great, his one sentence point does make sense. He goes, he can win a game for you, even if he goes 0 for 4. Those DHs can't do that. That's Buck's line, and there's factual. That's a fact to a degree.
Yeah.
Hey man, weigh it. We talked about it 2 weeks ago. Like, does a DH, can they win the MVP? First of all, but on the flip side, Ohtani had 3 more bags yesterday, dude.
I know, dude.
Like, his offensive numbers are out of control.
Well, here's the crazy thing with Ohtani. You know what's so funny, Chinch? Because like, what did we say when he was in the American League? Oh well, you know, they should have another award for Ohtani because who's hitting and pitching at the same time, right? So like, oh, so this year is not pitching, and you're like, okay, well, someone else is going to win the MVP, and now he's going to be the first place person to go 50-50. You're like, what the heck? This is incredible that like he comes in the National League, doesn't pitch now, but he's going to go 50-50. So you're like, well, how do you not give him the MVP? I mean, one of the big things you have to say too is like, you know, like you said, Lindor is going to go 30-30 probably. He plays a premium, shortstop position. Wins games nightly at that position. You know, so that's another thing to think of. So I don't know, man. This guy's 30-30, plays every night, plays shortstop every night. Doesn't take a night off. Is a catalyst for that team. Ohtani, obviously a catalyst too at the top of the road, at the top of that order. Going to probably be 50-50, but doesn't play the field. So it's definitely going to be interesting. And dude, I was watching this. Have you seen the documentary on Pete Rose on HBO? Oh, dude, it's really good. And I was just watching it last night with my son Andrew, and it was funny because one of the years he won the MVP, I think, and he had like 5 homers. Think back to like Pedroia in 08. Why did Pedroia win the MVP? You know, his numbers were really good, but he was like, what he meant to the Red Sox, what he meant to our team, what he meant. So it's like funny how now we just go to numbers. Well, the numbers say he's 50-50. The numbers say this. And then you go, no, what's the guy ultimately mean to the team? And you look at Lindor, what he means to the team because he plays every day. You cannot discredit the guys that play 162, dude. It is so hard. Like I said, getting 4 at-bats a night, listen, you get a routine and you're a great hitter, you can figure that out. But having to play every day and go to your left and go to your right and charge for balls and not feeling healthy and getting out there and still showing up. And, like I said, the shortstop probably handles the ball more than anybody, as far as ground balls go, not talking about the first baseman, but, it's a different ask.
I'll take it a step further. Like, yes, playing a position is one thing, but I don't know. I can only say I didn't play professional baseball, but I played infield, second base in high school and outfield in college. And it was an entirely different mental game every day because first he's playing it up the middle. So he's calling defenses when there's a guy on first base. He's calling, what are the plays, whatever. He's right in the middle of it. He's watching the pitches. He's probably a little bit moving his infielders around, and you are locked in on every pitch. It's almost playing shortstop is mentally almost like catching because you're involved in every pitch and the setup and the guys on base. And are we going to pick him off? Or are we going to play to the right? Or, do I got it? Do you got it? He's got to think of that every single time, especially after, I just struck out with this is the difference playing the position. I just struck out with the bases loaded in a huge spot, but now I got to go back into the field. I can't sit there for 3 innings and kind of gather my thoughts and get back. I have to stop thinking about that at bat and concentrate on helping my pitcher out and my defense out.
You got to have a short memory in this game, man. You got to have a short memory. You got to get out because you got to play on both sides of the ball. And that's one thing with Ohtani. He's not playing on both sides of the ball. So he's so valuable when he's a pitcher. Obviously, so valuable as a hitter. It's tough to even say that about Thomas. But at the end of the day, he does not play a position.
Right. But you can make the opposite argument. He's putting up numbers that have never happened in the history of baseball. So it's a fun debate. I don't know if there's going to be a right or wrong answer. I'll be happy for either guy if they win. That's a good thing. That's a good thing, Bob. Dude, let's quickly move over to the Yankees and the Rangers. Just a super cool moment. Jack Leiter facing his high school teammate and Anthony Volpe. By the way, how's this for your first home start of your professional baseball career? I'm at home. I'm facing the team that drafted my father.
Right.
My matchup is up against Garrett Cole. And one of my best friends is in the Yankees lineup right now. That's pretty
Yeah, I know, dude. It was cool. It was cool. And Volpe ambushed him first pitch, hit a single to right field. And I think it was the first hit Jack had given up. It was in the third inning. So that was pretty cool to see. And you did a nice piece on them a few years ago, I think during COVID.
Dude, sat down with them right after Jack got drafted. We went back to their high school, Del Barton, and the two of them. It was one I met, Anthony, and he's been cool ever since. You being a hitting coach there, I got to know him even a little more.
Yeah,
he's such great guys. Jack's going to be amazing. He pitched his butt off, pitched great for the first 5 innings, got knocked around a little bit at the end, but I mean, these two guys.
But he's getting there. He's getting there.
Yeah.
I was texting with Al last night watching the game because Al and Lori were there and his family. He's close, man. He's close. I mean, dude, he dominated AAA. 77 innings pitch, 115 punch outs, I think, domination, had a 3.15 ERA. So he's starting to turn the corner. Dude, he punched out Judgy on a pretty nasty curveball. See that?
Yes.
He threw two of them. He got 0-2, and then he threw a slider way off the plate, fastball way up. And usually when you see that as a hitter, when I see somebody that's way off, I'm like, wow, he does not want to pitch to me right here. He's going to give me something to hit. And he dropped a pretty nasty curveball on Judgy, 84 mile an hour, just below the zone that Judgy swung through. I was like, no, that's legit. So I think the one thing with Jack, I think at the big league level, he's still looking for that swing and miss. What pitch can he go to for the swing and miss? He has it at AAA. And I think he's figured, but he looked like Vanderbilt Jack Leiter last night, 97 to 99, upper rail. You know, he blew away Stanton on a pitch, 99 on the upper rail of the strike zone. So I'm excited. I'm excited for Jack and Al is, you know, it's so funny. He's, you know, this nervous as a dad watching your son in the big league, especially in that moment. So.
Oh my God!
What a cool thing.
The other thing is, it's like, man, he's got that piss and vinegar, like body language type stuff. Like if you squint and watch Jack Leiter pitch, you're like, holy cow, that's Al Leiter.
It's Al, dude. It's like those big old Leiter legs and
the Leiter ass, man. The
hips.
Leiter ass. We can't go anywhere without talking about these Milwaukee Brewers, man. They are on fire, and there are a couple guys in that lineup who need credit, especially from a hitter like you.
Well, Jackson Chourio obviously hit a grand slam yesterday. It was kind of cool too. Bobby Uecker called it. Uecker was up there, and you know he only does a few games, if that, but he did the game yesterday and called Jackson Chourio's grand slam. It's like, this guy is, dude. I think you're talking about a star here. We all knew he was going to be incredible. Now the way you're seeing him play, you're like, looks like they're finding a future star in that lineup. So that was pretty impressive. And then, dude, Willie Adames hit another 3-run homer. And what's incredible is it's his 13th 3-run homer. And I believe he tied Ken Griffey Jr., I read an article that was saying that Adames has become buddies with Lark down because he lives in Orlando in the offseason, and so does Junior. So he met Junior. I just thought that was a pretty cool, you know, coincidence that they got to know each other, and he, you know, tied his record or broke his record or whatever. 13 3-run homers. And I looked at his RBIs. You want to talk about how you drive in runs? He has 99 ribbies. Well, you drive him in by hitting 3-run homers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
13 at bats, you have 39 RBIs.
And it's incredible. And dude, you look at Tyler O'Neill. Like, let me look at Tyler O'Neill, because you look at Tyler O'Neill with the Red Sox, and you know, one thing I remember at the beginning of the year, Tyler O'Neill was like, he was hitting home runs, but it was like all these solo homers. So look at Tyler O'Neill's got 25 homers, 50 ribbies. 25 homers and 50 ribbies. That's the difference between when you get guys on base and you cash them in with a homer. You got 99 ribbies right now. When you're hitting a lot of solo homers, you got 25 bombs and 50 ribbies.
That's unfriendable.
Incredible, dude.
Hard. That's almost harder to do.
It is harder to do. And dude, and our team, the Brew Crew, friends of the show, the whole thanks, Mike Vasallo.
Yes.
81 and 57, dude. They're right there as one of the. They got the same record as the Phillies. They got one loss more than the Phillies, and they're 2 wins back of the Dodgers.
Yeah, man. And hey, dude, I say it every year. They have one that ballpark playoff time is one of the best home field advantages in the league. Those fans come out, they come out loud. It gets loud in there.
Oh,
I'm rooting for that. They're a fun team to root for too, by the way.
I agree, dude. And also one other thing, I think that how about the Dodgers Diamondbacks going head to head, dude? The Dodgers end up gaining 3 games on them.
Huge.
Wow, that's huge, bro. That's huge.
Hey, that's what the best teams do down the stretch, though, right?
Yeah, that's that because they were creeping. The Diamondbacks were creeping. They had the series in front of them. This is not a time to lose 3 games, head to head. So,
yeah,
good job with the Dodgers. They're getting healthy at the right time. They're pushing back hard. Yeah. Cubs are coming. They had a big loss last night to the Buccos. Came back late. So good stuff happening right now. And don't sleep on the A's, bro. They've been the best team since the break. I think one of the best teams in baseball. My man Mark Kotze. There's some studs in that lineup. Yep. Langoliers hit his 25th last night. Rooker's almost hitting 300 with has 30 plus bombs. That Lawrence Butler leading off there. They got some Jacob Wilson, Jack Wilson. So they got some good players out there in Oakland. It's gonna be a fun team to watch.
There you go, man. Hey, this is one thing you got to do down the stretch. Just breathe. Just breathe. Oh yeah, I'll be just breathing tonight, bro. All right, get after it, man. Go have fun.
All right, man. All right, brother. Hey, have a great rest of the day, Chichi. Everybody out there, have a great rest of the day. Put some Pearl Jam on, maybe Pearl Jam Radio if you have Sirius XM 22, and just lock it in because I'll be locking it in tonight, brother. All right, man. Have a great day, Chichi. I'll see you tomorrow, man.
See you tomorrow.